This is a Unilevel. It says Unilevel. Now this is also broken up. Now Unilevels came into their own about 10, 15 years ago. They had been around for 12 or 15 years before they came in. Unilevels became successful when they started having multiple pieces to it. So the first part is a fast start pool. And a fast start simply means that instead of getting paid on my group, which was always a little hard for people to understand, I get paid on people that I bring in the business, and I get paid, for example, 35% the first month they're in, then 25% the second month they're in, and then after that, I just get paid on my Unilevel 5%. So I'm paid for customer acquisition, but as soon as that customer acquisition period is over, then I go down to straight 5%. So in the breakaway, I would get paid on that person as long as they're part of my group. But in a Unilevel fast start, I only get paid on them for a month or 2 months, however long the fast start for that particular company runs. Then the Unilevel is a very good system for distributing out money. But you have to build properly. And then they typically have these pools down here to protect you once volume gets beyond your debt.
Mark, explain. You can do it here, I guess. You're going to explain how a Unilevel pays out.
I'm explaining how it pays out.
Okay.
So a Unilevel basically says that I'm going to make 5% based on levels of sponsorship. So if I bring in Dan, I get 5% on him. If he brings in somebody else, I get 5% on them. Down as many levels. Now there are things called compression. We have this written up in a book, where if people are inactive, they come out and don't occupy a level. We pull that up. So recruiting is not, hybrid Unilevels are not as good for selling to customers. Why? Because I only get paid on my customers if they sign up in the company. I only get paid on them for 2 months. Then I get down to 5%. They are great recruiting machines because I don't have to get to manager before I get paid on my downline wherever they go. So traditionally they've been good recruiting machines. Managers, not so much. You have to build something outside of the Unilevel to make those work. Building leaders, I can get there because I get paid on them. And retention, here again, you have to build something. When I say sideways, what that means is there's nothing intrinsic in the plan that makes it work. You have to build into the plan that. Okay, now let's look at how a Unilevel is built and the strengths of it. Okay, when I build a Unilevel, one of the critical issues in a Unilevel, and one of the things that makes it difficult, is I have to build multiple legs, and these legs have to have multiple people under them. So I sponsored 3 people. Each of them sponsored 3 people. That's looking pretty good. Now let me show you 2 people that have caused me a real problem in my Unilevel. That person and that person. Notice what they did. They started building straight down. They are going to cause a real problem for themselves because in a Unilevel, you have to have more width as you move down. If you don't, then a Unilevel, ultimately you'll reach the same rank and you get blocked pretty quickly.